Whoa, this is the Illusion, reporting from somewhere on Spaceship Earth. I'm at the Talons Out work studio. Anyway, I'm handling an email. Alex from Buffalo, New York, was wanting some advice about something I think all people bump into every now and then. He's overwhelmed with life. Sounds like he's a kid in high school, fell behind somewhere in the deal, has to make up all sorts of work to graduate and do everything he's got to do just to maintain, right? And I do know something about this because once upon a time I was overwhelmed by life. And where do you start? Where do you start? This is the perfect example. Empty shop, right? Want to be able to go and make dreams happen, like do whatever, like. And Alex was saying, so the Pink Floyd song "Time," missed the starting gun. Like, when do you know when the starting gun sounds? Well, there is no starting gun. The starting gun's right now, boom, go. So that's the whole thing. So what I found is when I'm totally overwhelmed with tasks I need to do and a whole bunch of stuff I'm trying to complete and I'm trying to make my life happen, you just got to pick something, man. Just pick one task and do it well, right? Like, in order to get this all going, I had to have a station to work at, right? Task number one. Now, to make this was really kind of awkward because I had nowhere to cut. I'm cutting off the ground. I had no way to set things up. So the first batch of work is, straight up awkward, trying to get your rhythm. Sawhorse number one, as you can see, it's a little crooked down there, right? Because I fully farmed it a little bit, but instead of going backwards, I just adjusted my program for the new data that I was receiving, because at a certain point you just gotta keep moving, man. You can't sit there and dwell upon the problem. The problem doesn't exist. It's only in your mind that's telling you, oh, well, there's a problem. It's not perfect, so it can't be right. I'm a kind of a perfectionist. I look at that and it kind of bugs me a little bit. It's a little cattywampus, but you know what? I'm moving on because that was Sawhorse number one, right? And Sawhorse number one, man, it was all awkward, so I'm building the whole thing. I get to Sawhorse number two, man. I'd gotten Sawhorse number one to sit right and be all level and plain and perfect. I made Sawhorse number two imperfect, like Sawhorse number one, because why mess with what works, right? So Sawhorse number two, when I put the shelf in, will be slightly cattywampus too. But my table is perfectly level, right? That's the hot part about it. Right between the lines, people. That's the thing. So isn't that the whole bowl cut thing? The secret to perfection is imperfection. So Alex, you're overwhelmed by life. Just pick a place to start. Just pick problem number one. And just do problem number one to the best of your ability. Don't think about problem number two or problem number 99 or anything else except the task in front of you. And complete the task in front of you to the very best of your ability. And then move on to the very next task. Now the whole thing is Alex was talking about being lazy. Who wants to I'm over here doing this because I'm fired up about it, but I had to go through all sorts of layers of tasks to finally get to the studio here where I want to be here just cutting wood and doing stuff, right? 5 years ago when I was first getting sober, I kind of was in the same boat. Where do I start getting my life back together? Where do I start putting the pieces back together? Because my mind's telling me I got to solve every problem right now. But that's not my ability, and it's not being in contact with source energy, because there is no time in source energy, right? There is no deadline, there is no yesterday, there is no tomorrow. There's only right now, so I just had to do what was right in front of me, man. What the next indicated action was. And a lot of that was just being patient, man. Patience, man, that's something to get. So now I've gone through all this, now 5 years later, where I'm over here doing what I want for fun. I'm doing what I want for fun because I wasn't sitting around waiting for the starting gun. I wasn't waiting for someone to say, hey, the race has started. Like, one day I woke up and was like, whoa, dude, the race is on. Like, I'm in it and I better get going. And the only way I was able to stay in the race was by not focusing too far future tripping, man. Don't be future tripping, man. When you got a bunch of stuff you have to do, what's the point of future tripping? You just got to start somewhere. And that's what I think, you know, it used to overwhelm me when I was younger. Yeah, I mean, I used to get overwhelmed at college and stuff. Like, how am I gonna complete all this, dude? Like, And somewhere along the line, someone gave me a good piece of advice. Just start somewhere, pick one thing, and do it to the best of your ability. And it's the same message I'm giving to the minigram, right? Like, she struggles with math a little bit, and I know what's going on. She'll look at a whole entire math test, right, or homework, and look at all of it and just be like, oh, I can't do any of it. And I go, look, just pick one problem on the page and do that one as well as you can first, right? Don't think about the other 10 problems or 20 problems. Just start with one and answer it. Don't worry about it. If it takes you all day to answer one, but you get it right, you're a winner, right? It's people doing a bunch of mediocre tasks and completing it versus doing one task really well and moving on. So that's my thing is, like, don't overwhelm yourself with being overwhelmed. Just take a breath. Pause when agitated, right? So that's my thing. Like, I got my table up, right? I got my table up. I'm starting on project number 1 over here, trying to figure out, working out the bugs of my system, right? Like part of me getting going here is my tools have been sitting around for so long that some of them are a little rusty. So instead of me being able to just go start making stuff, I gotta like tune up all my tools all of a sudden now. I'm running around with WD-40. I'm just about ready to take my chop saw apart because it's all just got a bunch of gunk and funk in it, and so I gotta take that apart. Like, when I got here a couple hours ago, I just wanted to start making stuff, right? But then I realized, well, in order to make stuff properly, I have to kind of take a step back and get my saws up to operating function, because in order for me to make stuff, the saws have to work properly, right? So all I got to do is focus on getting the saw working perfectly. Now, I may not be able to make all the stuff I wanted today, but when I come back in here tomorrow or the next day I get the chance to come back in here, my equipment will be working perfectly. So I won't have to spend that time messing with the equipment. So that's my kind of angle on life, is just stop tripping on the overwhelming reality. Look, man, it's all going to work out. Like, that's what the hologram always tells me. It's going to work out. What are you tripping on, man? I'm a tripper, dude. I get so spun out about, like, whoa, how am I going to complete all this stuff? But then I just remember it's all going to work out. I just have to do one task at a time perfectly, or to the best of my ability. Perfection, that's some sort of oddball concept, man. It's a little anal retentive for me, man. It's just do it to the best of my perfection and stay stoked up. Oh, the hair's in crazy mode, man. It's growing out. Anyway, this is The Illusion. Super fired up on the dream here at the Talons Out studio. Alex, I hope that helped.